And eventually I hit a breaking point and I learned about MAID and I started to fantasize about it. I was like, that's my release. I can't do it myself. I've had passive suicide most of my life, so I haven't been able to act on it. And I was like, well, that's my way out. And so I started writing letters and I started getting myself ready to apply. I didn't get the documents. There was nothing printed. They were still kind of laying out the rules and they would have had it printed out by then, but they postponed it like the week before for 2 years. So 2027, March 17th is when MAID for solely mental illness will come into play. Tracks back to around when I was 17. That was the first time I was hospitalized. And they put me in there for a couple months and I found out I had social anxiety, generalized anxiety, PTSD, borderline and histrionic personality disorders, and major depressive disorder. And so they all nodded together. And I suspect now, later on, that I probably had autism too. And I was bullied and beaten up and lit on fire. And so it all kind of came to a point where I was like, I'm going to end my life. And I was going to steal my dad's gun and do it. And so I told them, and they took me to Homewood here in Guelph, the mental hospital downtown. And when the doctors told them my whole diagnosis, by the time I was 18, a year later, I was homeless. I started selling my body at the age of 18, homeless, without any family. And that was downtown here at Guelph. And that just adds to the trauma. And it feels like it's almost like a blank zone. I was homeless seven times, hospitalized 14 times, lost track of how many clients I was with. It destroys you inside and you become so dehumanized. Diagnosed with 2 more mental illnesses since the homelessness.
So did you speak to a doctor initially? Did you say, hey, I'm considering this? What are your thoughts?
No.
Okay, so you never got that far at that time.
That far because I was waiting for March 17th. Was when they were going to make it eligible for people with solely mental illness.